After visiting the Parliamentary Hill, you can also consider looking at the tulip flowers.
Wow!
The Canadian Tulip Festival, which claims to be the world's largest tulip festival, is a major event held annually each May in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. During World War II, the Dutch royal family took refuge in Canada. The festival claims to be the world's largest tulip festival, displaying over 1 million tulips, with attendance of over 650,000 visitors annually. The gift of tulips became a yearly tradition. Every year, the Dutch royal family and the people of the Netherlands each send 10,000 bulbs to Ottawa. The gift is planted in 2 flower beds in Ottawa. The first Canadian Tulip Festival in 1953 was led by the Ottawa Board of Trade at the suggestion of world-renowned photographer Malik Karsh. The tulip was actually originally a wild flower growing in Central Asia. It was first cultivated by the Turks as early as 1000 AD. Mania in Turkey struck in the 16th century, at the time of the Ottoman Empire, when the Sultan demanded the cultivation of particular blooms for his pleasure. Major's Hill Park, for example, is one of the best sites to see tulips blooming in the spring. It also hosts the Tulips of Thanks bed, dedicated to frontline workers. To see more tulips, check out the planters along Confederation Boulevard and the displays at the National War Memorial.
Unbelievable fact.
You will not see any tulip fields in December, January, and February. A blooming tulip field in March is also very rare but possible. Most people want to see the outdoor tulip fields. The best month to see tulips is in May. Take photos and selfies amongst the dozens of multicolored garden beds. Visit the Heritage Display to learn about the historic gift of tulips which led to the festival's creation. Shop for fresh-cut flowers, crafts, art, and more at the Tulip Boutique. Take the kids to the Tulip Town activity area. 5 fun facts about Ottawa's famous tulips. Ottawa has helpful gardeners. Tulips have hidden meaning. Tulips are Ottawa's official flower. The festival is more than 70 years old. The variety of bulbs is astounding. With over 100 varieties of bulbs, Commissioners Park is a showstopper and our major tulip display site. It hosts 30 tulip beds, including the Queen Juliana gift bed, which features the bulbs donated by the Netherlands. Over 11 days each May, the Canadian Tulip Festival celebrates the seasonal flower's beauty and its historic ties to Canada's capital. In 2001, the City of Ottawa declared the tulip its official flower. This makes sense as there are more than 1 million tulip bulbs planted in Ottawa each year. Some of the bulbs are left in the ground for a second year, but most are removed. 3 more tulip fun facts. Tulips are the national flower of both Iran and Turkey. Tulips follow the sun even when they're in a vase. That's why you need to move them around your home during different times of the day. Tulips continue to grow after they've been cut. Dogs are allowed in the park on a leash during the festival. Please ensure you are prepared to clean up after your dog. Admission to the festival site at Commissioners Park is free.
Unbelievable fact.
We recommend shooting your photos early in the morning or late in the afternoon. The 2 reasons for this are the morning or evening sunlight is amazing in combination with the colors of the flowers. In the morning or early evening, it's mostly less crowded at the flower. Tulips, among the earliest spring bloomers in the outdoor garden, are rarely grown as standard indoor houseplants. That's because the bulbs need an extended cold period each year to reset themselves for new blooms. But tulip bulbs very often are planted in pots and forced into seasonal bloom. Tulip flowers open and close in response to heat and light. When tulip petals fold in at night or on a rainy day, the pollen stays dry and reproductive parts are protected. When they open the next morning, the pollen is ready to attach to the bodies of hungry insects. Tulips look fabulous as part of a spring bouquet. To prolong the blooms, cut the tulips just as the color first shows and allow them to open fully in the vase. If you top up the water regularly and keep the bouquet in a cool spot away from direct sunlight, your tulips should last around 5 days. Aside from the beautiful flowers, kids can ride with engine toy trains and bikes. And not to mention the delicious food that you can buy around the area. What to do with tulips after they bloom to encourage reflowering? To encourage your tulips to bloom again next year, remove the seed heads once the blooms have faded. Allow the foliage to die back naturally, then dig up the bulbs about 6 weeks after blooming. Discard any damaged or diseased ones and tulips in pots can be transplanted to the open ground after flowering. They rarely perform well in pots for a second season. It is always advisable to start with new bulbs for the best display.
Unbelievable fact.
Tulips are a reminder that even something small can bring so much joy. Life is like a garden, and tulips are the vibrant blooms that make it a beautiful place.